Welcome back to the dumbest helicopter base on all of YouTube, Pit Stain Hobbies. We're back with what I'm calling now, I've named her Tatiana, my Russian MI-24 Hind partwork kit. 1/24th scale, massive monster thing from Eaglemoss Russia. May they rest in pieces. Yes, the company is no longer, but we managed to get this through channels. So this is going to be pack 2, stages 5 through 8. And yeah, everything's in Russian. So hopefully the pictures are pretty decent. Let me get these other parts out of the way for now. But oh my lord, I'm so excited! This thing's so cool and so rare. And I'm the only person speaking English on YouTube that's ever built it. Well, mostly English. I'm from New York. So, like, me saying I speak English, you know, we're taking some liberties with that, apparently. I'm going to London at the end of the month, and it's like, that's not the Queen's English. No, it's the Bronx English. There we go. We got some a lot of water slide decals of this for the cockpit. And the usual, oh God, torturous clamshell. And this thing is rarer than hen's teeth, so do not lose a party in, because you will be a miserable little boy. What do we got here? Okay, so let's get that plastic clamshell out of the way. Let's see, here we go through this. I wish I could. For once I would have, yeah, it would be nice to be able to read the Russian, but. So these missiles right here, I don't think the kit comes with these, but a good buddy I know from Australia sent me a link to an STL file so I could 3D print some of those anti-tank missiles. So I'm very excited about that. I got to figure out how to print those properly. They need supports and drainage holes and all that good stuff. And look, they got a picture of an Apache in here, foreshadowing. Ooh, and is it an OH-68 Kiowa or 58 Kiowa? Yeah, 58 Kiowa. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so we're going to start putting some more bits into the cockpit. Let's see here, 05A. What is this? No. It's 05 Alpha. Oh, that's the thing with the red thing. That's this little guy here. Oh, okay. So 05A is going to go, get this loose part from previously. It goes right here, maybe? These things do not look right. Okay, so that goes there, and we got to get an EP screw underneath it. One sec, I'll be right back. Okay, so we got a bunch of little bits screwed and glued on there. Got this little front console and a little tubey thing, and a little, I think that's a weapon sight, some other thingy bobber. What is that, a collective? We got this stick here, which the crazy glue is not quite yet dry on. And since this is all a black interior, I'm using black CA glue. Oh, Tatiana, you are looking so lovely. My little Russian mail order bride. Oh, lovely. Beautiful. Ah, so nice. This is it's just so cool to be building this thing. We got parts, gimme parts. Got this. Does this go on something? Does that go somewhere? Got all sorts of things here. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. Is there like a big panel somewhere I'm supposed to be bolting this to? 05F. What the hell part is 05F? These instructions are a little rough. 05F. So that's this little thing. That's 05F. And then 05G. Oh, that's a really tiny part. Okay. So that's 05G. So we got to glue that into there, I guess. Yes. Okay. One moment, please. Okay, so we've got a nice Yeti cup full of hot tap water, and we've got this little console glued together. We got to put a couple of these little water slide decals on there. So I'm going to get that accomplished, and to do that, as per usual with me, I'm going to use, oh, it's coming, here we go. Use my Mr. Hobby Mark Setter and Mark Softer. Just remember to shake your Mark Setter up really, really, really well, because it likes to settle at the bottom. So we're going to get those on. No one wants to watch me put on water slide decals. It's, whatever, boring. I'll be right back. Okay, jumping around a bit. We've got our water slide decals on that little control panel, and we screwed it down with an EP screw. Not that it matters. No one's going to have this kit, probably. I mean, if you can get it, oh my God, you're so lucky. Then we screwed this control panel on from stage 2 onto this big side plate. We got to build a little rear view mirror. That should be fun. This is the little rear view mirror. And we do have this little mirrored bit here to stick onto it. So I'm going to get the backing tape off of there and stick that on there. And I will be right back. Alrighty, so I've got a little side view mirror stuck in there and poked into its hole, a little black CA glue on the back. Now we've got a whole lot more water slides here. We got to get all these on the back over here. And then we got to get a bunch on the front over here, I guess. Sorry. Framing, Ian, framing. Yeah, we gotta get a bunch of water slides on there. So that's one big water slide right there, that whole thing. So let me get to work on that, and I will be back in a moment. Alrighty. So all of our water slides are on there. Those are looking nice. We got these on here, and we've got these on here. This cockpit is getting busy. I was worried this thing would not be detailed enough. I was a little concerned, but apparently those concerns were for naught. There is plenty of gauges and things and Russian cockpit turquoise on here. So we're gonna lay this down in here. Where the frick does this go? Yeah. No. Wait, hold on. Oh, it goes like, it tucks into here. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we've got to like tuck it into here, and it butts up real close to that. I got to figure out how to. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. All right, and we got to get a couple of EP screws in here. One sec, I'll be right back. Okay, so we got that in there, and I also screwed in this back panel here. A couple more screws down there. We're going to get this control panel in, and that's going to go right over here. A couple more screws from the bottom, and I will be right back. Well, now, that looks pretty badass. Look at all that. That looks really nice. I mean, there's a couple spots here I could do a little bit of detail painting or something. I don't know. There's a really good MI-24 walkthrough video that I could look at. But the seats were black, vinyl leather, whatever they were in real life. So I might do a little bit of dry brushing or weathering. Who knows? I don't know. But, oh my God, that's so cool. Got an MI-24 Hind attack helicopter cockpit. So cool. All right. On with pack 6. I think this is, yes, this is pack 6 right here. I am loving this model. And, I mean, you know, nobody sent it to me. It's not sponsored. I bought this thing. Very luckily, I bought this thing. Oh man, it's so cool. Oh look, a pair of Eaglemoss tweezers. You know what we do with those on this channel, right? Yep. Straight in the trash. Okay. Check for parts. If you screw up or lose a part on this model, it's going to cost you about $100. Ask me how I know. If you're missing anything, it's a lot of money. Okay. A few more little bits and pieces. Fun. So let's see what we got here. Let me get booklet 6 out. It's dope. A little pamphlet. That would be awesome. Look at that base. Obviously, I guess optional. I'll probably never find that. We got this. And they've got stuff about a thing with a rod and some sort of oh, look at all this. All sorts of gearing information and probably history about Mil Helicopter Bureau. And there's our parts. And here we go. We got a whole lot of little things to squeeze onto other little things. So that should be fun. Okay. And who knows what we're going to see and what we're not going to see. So I don't know what to detail or not detail. But let me get crack-a-lacking on these, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got this little, a breaker panel here. These 6 little black square things are squeezed right in, and I did a little bit of chrome marker highlighting, and then we're going to just put it onto this die-cast metal back plate and get a couple EP screws in there. And we have a few spares from the last stage that I'm going to use first, because I like to use up the spare screws. So I have less baggies of screws to organize, because, God, it's such a chore with partworks, organizing all the extra screws that you're possibly never going to need or never use, but you got to keep them just in case, and they'll be, if any kit will need its spare screws, it's going to be this kit, because I'm going to be partially dismantling it to paint it at the very end of this build, because we got to put body filler. We got to putty up the screw holes because they're just all exposed on the outside. But there's our little control panel block, and we got some more thingamabobbers to put together here. We got this thingamabobber and a couple of other thingamajigs. Let's see. We have these? Nope, not those. This? I don't know. Yeah, this might be it. Oh yeah, these 2 things. Just got to put these together, I guess. These instructions kind of suck. Is it? No. I got to screw this into here, it looks like. And then something like that. Okay, I'll figure it out, and I think I got to put 2 of these on here like this with IP screws. So just one moment, please. There's some damn decent detail in here. So we got this part now, and we got to put it down in here like that. Maybe, I mean, it's not for an ejection seat. Maybe it's suspension for the seat. I don't know. But we got to get it in there, and we'll get a couple of GP screws in the bottom there. And one moment, please. Okay, so trivia question. Who knew the MI-24 Hind had a jump seat in the back? Yeah, there's a little jump seat in the back, and these little, this is the avionics compartment. I did some Google Translate app. That's going to go there. And then this wall is going to go here. I'll tell you, that's not first class seating right there. And we're going to put 4FM screws through the bottom to hold those in place. But holy hell, it's a tight little compartment. I didn't know there was room for a third person in that cockpit. I guess there is. Interesting. I'll be right back after a few screws. Okay, well, I've just finished the most uncomfortable compartment for somebody to sit in ever. Got to leave it to those designers over there. They know how to make people uncomfortable. Yeah, but yeah. Oh, look at that. That is so cool. Ah, I love it. I love it. It's so cool. I think I want to dry brush with a little bit of silver or yeah, something on here. This needs a little dry brush in action. It's got to be a little worn, you know? Just a little bit worn out. So I'm going to do a little bit of that. I'll be right back. All right, so after a little bit of dry brushing, I've dirtied up the seats. I've done a little bit of metallic dry brushing over a lot of the areas in here, just to make it look a little more lived in, because, well, these things were definitely lived in. I don't know where they poop. Either way, no, their flights weren't that long. They either ran out of gas or got shot down. One or the other. That being said, yeah, oh, that thing's cool and so unique. And I'm looking up at my screen for like Todd's website, but I don't have it because this thing is unobtainium. It's so rare. Unless you're in Romania, you can pretty much get the whole kit still. If you're lucky or unlucky, I don't know. Romania looks beautiful. I mean, Bucharest, whew, that looks gorgeous. But the airfare out there is insanity. We got some more history of helicopters and the Hind and things. And we got we're gonna start building one of the turbines. Ooh, fancy engine parts. Okay, exciting. If anybody has any input on this or has any good reference photos for an MI-24v, please hit it up in the comments or send me an email or something, because I'm reaching here. So this is pack 7. Yes, I opened pack 7. That's pack 7. Let's very oh, there's some screws under there. Very carefully. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, I'm loving it. Look at those bits. Very fun. We're not going to see the engines when we're done with it, so I don't need to, like, you know, hit it up with any dry brush. I don't think. Oh, it's so cool. Is this metal? Oh, this is metal. Very nice. We've got a little thing here. That goes down here. Nope. Ah! That goes... Oh! Dropped it again. That... Third time's a charm. That should go in this hole here, but it doesn't fit because there's a whole bunch of plastic flash on the pin. Let me get that cut off and get it shoved in there, and I'll be right back. All right. I've got that little booger glued on there. I glued a little guy on here, and I screwed this fella down with one screw. Now what we've got to do is put in the turbine shafts like so. I glued that little back part on there with some Tamiya cement. It's not really holding that well. We're going to get a little crazy glue in here. A little bit. A little dab will do you. And a little dab there. And we got to get a little dab in here for the front of the turbine. It's got a little notch, and she just goes in just like that. There we go. So that's 7 done. Or 8. Jeez. Oh no, that's 7 done. Sorry, 8's the next issue. It's the final parts of the turbine. Let's see what we got here. Got some more. That looks like a Hind A nose. That's an interesting shot. Some pictures of things and some other helicopters and another helicopter. Is that South African? I don't know. And we got more parts. And let's see what we got here. Okay. There we go. And this little plastic clamshell in the trash. And this is pack 8 of parts. This is so exciting. I know I keep a broken record. I'm so excited over it. Make sure we got all our parts out of there. Throw the baggie away. Got some HM screws. I got to get another bead organizer for all these screws. There's so many. It's like any part work. There's a bajillion screws. Okay. We opened that up without launching any parts. That's good. And then we want the other half of the jet turbine. Put it right there. And then we want this thin little tube. And we are going to place that in the engine right there. Yeah. Hold on. One moment, please. And there, I guess. Okay, like that. Maybe a dab of crazy glue. And then we're gonna sandwich these together. Like so. So give me a sec, I'll be right back. Okay. So we got an HM screw there, and an HM screw there, and our 2B is in, and our jet exhaust is there, and our intake is there. Our turbine exhaust. Well, it's a jet turbine. Now we've got to put some other little bits on here. So with this side facing up, no, this side facing up, there we go. We're going to get this part on here right there. So I'm going to throw a little dab of black CA glue. There we go. That black CA glue really comes in handy sometimes. I highly recommend buying a bottle. We got some little bits of plumbing right there. And we got to get this little fella on as well. So it goes that way on there. So let's get a tiny bit more CA glue on there. Just a dab will do you. Why don't you want to go on there? Come on. Go in your home. Ow! I need pliers. I put these parts on in reverse order, and I should have gotten this one in first, but I didn't because I'm a dummy. There we go. Good. And now that part came back out. You can go back in. And there we go. Our plumbing is installed. Carefully, and you know, you can't. Well, you could technically get replacement parts, but they would be so hard to get. And we've got some more plumbing bits. And they are going to go on the other side of the engine here. So let's get a little CA on here. Okay, all right. And we're going to put this onto these 3 posts. Ow! Man. Ow! The posts squeeze through a little. There we go. They poke you. They give you a little stabby stab. There we go. That's pretty cool. I think it's all going to be hidden out, you know, once you're, yeah, you're not going to see it. Maybe you will. And is that... No, we got one more bit. And it's this exhaust right here. I am not going to glue this on for the very simple fact that we are going to paint this model, and I do not want to glue it on. How does this fit on here? Oh, like pretty much. Oh yeah, there it goes. I'm just going to snap it in place for now. But there's our completed jet turbine engine, one of two for this helicopter, because it's a big beefy girl. And there we are. Very nice. So we've got our cockpit, I think, mostly done at this point, which is nice. Got one engine done. Got some other parts over there on the shelf. But that is it United Nations? Interesting color scheme. That's an MI-24p at the very least, because it's got the twin side-mounted 30s. Interesting. Yeah. Well, I could bother to translate it or whatever. Either way, thank you for joining me for our continuing build of Tatiana, the rescued Russian MI-24 Hind from the failed Eaglemoss that we've gotten out of the Iron Curtain. It's a cool piece of hardware. Oh, God. All right, the wife's calling. I gotta go. Adios, everybody.